Okay, I'm Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, thank you for tuning in. And if you're returning, thank you for returning. Um, I've been so off with my days in posting. Please forgive me as a working gal. It gets hard to keep up with like real time and then coming on here and making videos, but I am being consistent. Just know that every week Monday was my drop day that I said that I would always post, and I was consistently posting on Mondays, back to back, back to back. But Mondays have gotten hectic. Just getting off at night and getting off. No, going to work at night and getting off in the morning. I sleep that whole day, so that throws the schedule off. But stick with me. I am still making content. I am still here. It's a journey, and I'm being completely transparent on my journey. So I appreciate the people that are being patient with me and still tuning in, because I feel like I have much to offer you guys. And I always say this, I'm going to keep saying this. We're building a community, a safe space for us to grow and develop, get closer with God, become the best versions of ourselves. So I want you guys to stay with me as I stay with you. Okay? Be patient with Ash, because I am trying. Okay? I'm trying. The journey is just what the journey is. It's not perfect. It's up and down. It's never linear. And that just gets me back to what I wanted to talk about. I think that we get so caught up in the fact that we do want to be the best versions of ourselves that we forget about balance. And what I mean about balance is just like, yes, we can commit to creating new habits and stopping bad habits, but at the same time, it's only so much that we can take on at once as we're trying to make changes. You don't want to overstimulate yourself by trying to commit to making so many changes at once that it feels too much to digest and you just give up on the journey. We're not doing that. We have to pick a few things. I've been telling myself that, like, to pick a few things that I'm going to do to add to my regimen daily so that I don't feel so overwhelmed by all the changes I want to make. Like, I've really been trying to create a better diet for myself, and that has really been a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. I like to go out to eat, so it's very I'm trying to think of the word challenging. Fuck. Oh, excuse me for cursing. Challenging to create a new diet, cuz I just like to go out to eat, and like, you don't know what's in the food when you out to eat. It's quick, it's easy. I think eating better really requires more from you with the food that you purchase at home. So that's a big challenge for me. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I know it probably sounds like, what do you mean you don't know how? But it's like big. It's a big chunk for me. Like, I'm figuring that part out. Working out is not as hard for me as like changing eating habits. Like, once I get on consistent workout regimens, like, I've gotten back into my routine, because I was off for a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, life had gotten away. I was very distracted, overwhelmed, and tired. I am still extremely tired, extremely fatigued with my main job. So that takes away time from my personal life. And that's a reminder, do not let these jobs stress you out. I know we have to pay bills. I know we all have responsibilities. I know we all have obligations, but God did not put you here to just suffer on anyone's job. You don't owe anyone that much. Like, you need to keep your spirit light. So whatever you have to do to lighten your spirit and lighten your load energetically, get into it, because these jobs will replace you. You are just a body to them for the company to keep the machine going. So never give them more than you can offer, okay? A word from the wise, all right? Anyways, and also I've been making myself read more, like I said to you guys in one of my other videos. Like, I really went and binged at Barnes and Noble, and I was very happy because I tell y'all all the time, I write my prayers. So when I write my prayers, I've been asking for a long time, like praying over my reading journey, because I had stopped reading for a long time. And I don't know at what point that I discovered that I was no longer reading, but I was triggered by that fact. Have you ever figured out that you weren't doing something and it made you? I was also triggered by that with my art. Like, when I realized I hadn't drawn in so long, it really like threw me off. Like, it was like, what? Like, it seemed so unnatural for me because this is something that, like, I've always done. And, I prayed over it. I haven't gotten back into my drawing like that. I doodle, like, here and there. And doodling is a good outlet for me, honestly. But I haven't, like, fully sketched anything, worked on anything. I just have to keep praying over that. I don't know what the blockage is. Just like there's writer's block, I feel like there's artist block. If you know, you know. But anyways, I've prayed over my reading journey and I found myself falling back in love with reading. And it makes me so happy because I feel like there's so many things we need to take in that are not on social media, that are not on just YouTube. Like, excuse me. You have to open a book. You have to open a book. I'm just saying. Like, you just have to open a book. It's time. Stop saying you don't like reading. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. And it doesn't mean you have to complete a whole book today. Even if you read a page, a couple pages, pace yourself, but go back and read. I'm telling you, it's so rewarding. Like, you will get so much out of it. And like, it builds character. It gives you some oomph, okay? Be a person that picks up books, okay? Be a person that reads. That's a quality trait that you read, okay? Don't be a person that won't pick up a book. It's just not a good thing. I don't know how else to put that. It's no judgment, but it's just not a good thing. Pick up a book. There's so much for you to find, learn, enjoy in a book, okay? Not just on TV, not just social media, not just YouTube. A book. Read. And again, you don't use it, you lose it. So read. Use your mind. You don't have to be in school to read because, some people always say school is not for them and all this good stuff. Great. Open a book. Open a book. I promise there's something good for you there. I promise there's genres that you will enjoy. It could be a self-help book. It could be a fantasy book, but just open a book. That's my gentle reminder. How about we guys, whatever. How about we all commit to summer readings? Like, I think I bought at least like 4 or 5 books. 2 of those books are not like read books. Like, one of mine is like a Bible study book, and then another one's like a workbook. But I think I have at least like 3 or 4 books that I can actually like read. Um, let's commit to reading. Let's commit to having at least 1, 2, 3 books we've read this summer. It's important. It's really important, and we have to value that. Like, and we're the adults now, so there's no one to force us. We have to really just take it upon ourselves to go and do the thing. Your mom's not here to tell you to do the homework. You just have to do the homework. One of those things about like growing up is realizing that the things that matter and hold value and contribute to the betterment of any portion of your life is consistent or shows up or is required in every part of your life. For example, patience is required in every part of your life. Reading is required in every part of your life. Like relationships. You text people, you have to read those text messages, right? Work, you have to read the contract you signed to be employed with someone, right? Like your bills, you have to read the bills, okay? Like your credit card statement, you have to read it. So I really want us to always keep that in mind and not ever just get too in over our head about what we feel like when we don't know what we're doing or how we're doing. Just know that the little things make up for the big things. And if you know how to do one thing one way in one component of your life, see what is required for you to be successful in that part of your life. Like, if you do well in one part of your life, see the things. And when I say see, like, kind of assess the things that you do in that component of your life that make you successful or good at it. I don't know why I sound like I'm tongue-tied. Ew. And I promise you, those same things will benefit you in another portion of your life, okay? Just keep that in mind. I'm sorry I'm sniffing and I'm rubbing my eyes. Like, my allergies are, like, fighting against me right now. And, of course, this starts when I'm on camera because why not, But anyways, don't get too in over your head about the things that you're trying to work on, trying to change. Take it one day at a time and find something that you're willing to work on one little bit at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat up on yourself. It's okay to go back sometimes. It's okay to, like, say you're not going to eat fast food and then go eat fast food. Just remember that you can always fix it. Like, you can always come back and eat your salad or your fruit or whatever. And it doesn't have to be any one way that you've seen anyone else do it. Your health and wellness journey is unique to you. And I think in every phase of our life, it looks a little different. I know for me, I've been on so many health and wellness journeys. I lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. Like, I don't know, that's just me. And every time my journey looks a little different, I have learned my body. I think I'm kind of aware of what works for my body, especially as far as workouts. I think just the kind of life that I live, eating is just hard because, like, I work overnight. So the time, like, my sleep schedule is off based on, like, business hours for, like, grocery stores and stuff like that. Then when I'm off, I'm trying to sleep because I'm extremely tired from working 12 plus hours for several days. So, I'm just finding a balance with that. And balance is just so important. Like, you may not get it on the first go around. When you're first trying to incorporate new habits and make changes, you may not get the balance on the first go around. The good thing is you have an opportunity to find the balance. It's trial and error. You incorporate things, you take some things away, you figure out what works. Some things won't work. Some things that other people suggest to you may work for them and not for you because y'all aren't the same people. Your bodies aren't the same. You need different things. And I think we have to get out of this one size fit all mentality with things in our life. Everybody's relationship won't look the same. Everybody's relationships, so everybody's friendships, romantic relationships, family exchanges or dynamics will not look the same. Everybody's work life will not look the same. Everybody's home won't look the same, or how we prefer to live. You may have people that are nomadic. There are some people that need to stay in one place all the time. There's those people that, like, want to be in a camper, like real nomadic people, like, who just want to travel across the country. There are people like that. And then there are people that just want to stay put, So just figuring out and clarifying what you need is important, because we know the outcomes that we're looking for, but the fulfillment in the journey is always in the gems that you pick up in the process. And the way that you really pick up on the real gems is figuring out what you need, not what you've been taught to want, and not how you've been taught to practice to be. Don't let that go over your head. We've all learned a lot from our parents. We've all been conditioned to a certain extent by society. So when you eliminate outside external influences that have contributed to a certain mindset or belief system, when you take those away, what are the things that you as a person need to be the best version of yourself, to be at peace, to be happy, to practice joy, like, every day in your life? Once you get to the root of that, once you at least explore that, because that's an everlasting journey, right? I always say the journey is never linear, so you're up and down with that. But once you at least start exploring that, you'll have a better idea of what you need. And ask God. Like, the best thing we can do is ask God. Ask God for answers. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for help. When you feel like you're not figuring it out, ask God for help. Because too many times are we trying to do this thing by ourselves, and God has never told us that we had to do that. God has never asked us to do that. We just get ahead of ourselves and start thinking we're people of the world, and we're not people of the world. We are people in the world. At the end of the day, we're God's people, and we need his guidance and leadership. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever think that everything is just because of you, because it's not. Let's be serious. There's always a higher power that's protecting, guiding, and putting you in the right places, spaces, and environments with the right people, putting the right words on your tongue, the right articulation to get your point across and build connections and networking. So don't forget that. And like I said, balance is just a everlasting journey. Like, it's up and down, teeter-tottering. But It requires us to show up, be honest, and put all our assets, ducks, experiences on the scale. Move some things around until it looks like it's evening out. I hope I made sense because this seemed like in my head, but I know what I'm trying to say, so I hope it made sense coming out because sometimes my thoughts are all over the place, you know? But if you've watched for this long, I appreciate you for staying and giving me a chance to connect with you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you got anything from this. Tell me if you want me to talk about anything else. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate just one person watching, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video next time.